Hey everybody, it's Markwell Cade with Cade Mark Law, your favorite neighborhood lawyers, back with another free resource for you. Today, do you have a trust? 3 reasons why you should. The first reason to create a trust is because it helps you avoid the probate process. Now, the probate process is just a fancy administrative process that occurs after someone dies and there needs to be an administration of their estate, a distribution of their assets, and execution of their final wishes. But probate is lengthy and expensive, so trusts can help you avoid this process. They can save your loved ones or yourself from the difficulties of a court when they're dealing with what's already a challenging time. There are numerous court costs also associated with probate court, such as attorney costs, court fees, and this can be avoided with a great trust plan. The second reason for creating a trust is because trusts have 2 things that wills don't have. They're private and they come with tax benefits. With a generation skipping trust, for example, you may be able to give your grandchildren assets tax-free. And if you're worried about privacy, it's good to know that your heirs can typically settle a trust privately, but in a will, that is all public information through a process called probate. Probate is public. You can view anyone's probate proceedings. This means that anyone can view your probate proceedings or your loved one's probate proceedings. With trusts, these are private. Consult with a tax lawyer on the tax benefits a trust can also provide. They help you skip some inheritance tax that may be associated or estate tax that may be associated. They save a lot of money that can go back to your heirs. The third reason you should create a trust, and perhaps this is the most important reason, it allows you greater control and protection over your assets. A living trust, for example, allows you to decide how your estate will be managed in various situations. This can give you much greater control over how your real estate or other property or other assets will reach your beneficiaries, especially when compared to a will. A will only controls what happens after you die. A trust can be used to arrange payouts of assets immediately, over time, or when beneficiaries reach certain conditions that you set. This is especially useful when you have children who aren't old enough to handle money that you may be leaving them. A living trust can also be used to set aside money for a person who may not be mature enough to handle that large sum of money, or who may have mental disabilities or incapabilities that make them unable to handle that money until a certain condition or event is met. Trusts can also be used to manage assets in situations where relationships may be super complex. For example, you may want to give something to an heir that a spouse can't access. Maybe they're an old spouse. Maybe you just want the child to have it. Trusts allow for this customization. Wills don't. This means that when you're creating a trust, you have greater control over what's being distributed, when it's being distributed, how it's being distributed, and those types of things. With a will, you get to determine some of these things, but only when the condition that a death has occurred has been met. That's all, folks. Thank you so much for joining us today. This has been Do You Have a Trust? 3 Reasons Why You Should. Once again, I am Markwell Cade with Cade Mark Law, your favorite neighborhood lawyer. Protect your brand, grow your business. Stay frosty, my friends. We'll see you next time. We hope this was helpful.